So I said I was going to do a video about replacing the rollers in the Variator. So here we go. I'm going to unscrew all of this stuff here. Give me 1 second. Alright. Hang on 1 second. This one's going to be stripped if I don't hold on with 2 hands. Got that one. Oh shit. Hang on. I gotta jack it up. I got it on the wrong thing. Alright, I had to put it on the jack stand. Let's see about this one. Hang on 1 second. Don't want to strip it out. I forgot the middle one. Oh, of course that one's going to be stripped, right? Hang on, I gotta find a different socket. Now I'm just going to be honest with you. The factory bolts that come with these scooters, this one's an 8mm. They're cheaply made. And it's not like I'm buying the best sockets. I've got 3 8mm. In order to get this one off, I had some troubles getting this off. One of them off like a week ago. So you have to go out and buy some sockets that actually grip on there better. They're for removing stripped bolts, and it's a 5/16, which is actually 8mm, but still, they really get stripped out. I need to order some new ones. I wasn't gonna do this right now because I don't have the bolt I want, or the correct nut, excuse me. Hang on, I gotta adjust. I'm doing this with a cell phone, no GoPro. So, and I know that my gasket's kind of stripped. Did I leave a bolt on by accident? Nope. It's just one side has to come off first. I'll tap us. Shit, got nothing strong enough to tap it with. There we go. Hang on 1 second. Alright, so I got that off. My gasket's messed up, so that's the inside of a Hyosung transmission area or clutch area, or yeah, CVT. That's the clutch, that's the Variator. That's your oil nut. It's supposed to replace the oil in there every 4,000 miles. I've yet to do that. I need to. Alright, so let's work on taking this thing out here. I need a flathead. Alright, so in order to get the Variator off, you got to take a C-clamp off. Let's see if I can do this while I'm on the phone recording. I'm going to definitely try. Go. Should just fall down. Now there's a spring behind here, so I'm gonna just let this come off easy. Got that. You got that. There's your kickstand, starting gear. It goes on the inside. I think somewhere down in here. Yeah, maybe I'm wrong. Whatever. But this is my bolt that, or my nut that turns opposite of normal ones. So I got to get the socket set up 1 second. Okay, now we're going to see if I can do this with the phone. Now you have to go the opposite. Now see how that's going? Every time I turn it, I forgot to get something to put in there. Maybe the screwdriver will hold it. I gotta hold the phone with my legs. I can pull this off. Probably not, but always worth a shot. Oh, ho, ho. Alright, so that's loose. Let's turn it. So you gotta turn it that way. Yeah, lefty tighty, lefty loosey, whatever. It's the opposite. You can see the threads in there are kind of jacked. I've got a spacer that I put in there to make it work. I know this is a routine, so this is brand new. I just got this like 3 days ago, and you can tell that it's only going up to here for my belt, so I'm not even getting my top speed. I'm having issues down in here. So, and you don't usually want to touch those. You don't want your greasy hands on them, because you want the belt to grip as much as possible on the sides. Now this is tight. Oh shit. This is tight, so you know that I'm getting my top speed down here because my belt is actually on there. In order to get this off, you can just pull it off if you're not knowing what you're doing. But you usually just want to squeeze in this area down here so you can put the belt in between here. So squeeze it like that. Now I'm going to come over here and see how it's loose. I can just pull that off there. Now we got this, some people call it a boss. There's another name for it and I can't remember. And this black line up here, that's where my belt's going to. And you want to have your belt at least going to the top. So I could probably get another 4 miles an hour from that. Now I know on my Variator I have screws on the back, so all the rollers don't come flying out. Alright, let me grab a screwdriver. Alright, so you gotta unscrew the screws on here. It's really hard to do with the phone. Shoot. This. Never tighten those down too much because again you don't want them to get stripped out. One, two, three. Try to organize my parts or put everything all at least in one little area. Usually you should have like a metal ashtray or looks like an ashtray. You put all your nuts and bolts in so you don't lose them. Alright. So this comes off like that. If you come underneath here, you can push up with your finger and the whole thing will come out, or you can just take it off like this. I need to get a new Variator thing. I need the new plastics on here. They're not sliding like they should, like freely. So there's my old rollers. I got a flat spot. I don't know if you can, yeah, you can see that now. Flat spot there. Oops. So this one is. There's a flat spot, just barely a small one. But that does make a difference. And then this one, you can see the flat spot right on top. So like right, yeah, that's the flat spot right there. I mean, it's minuscule to the eye, but it makes everything work better if everything's done the right way. Alright, so I'll open this up. Whoops. Okay, so on some of these, I see people on videos actually, you see how you can see a shiny part down there, and then it kind of looks like it's got another level, but basically what's happening is the rollers are only going right in there. And if you look in here, like right there, it looks like it's, well, it's dirty, and you want to clean all that junk out, but there's like a little lip right there. If you can make that smooth as possible, your rollers are going to spread out easier, or you're going to get better clearance, better speed. And I've got dirt in there, and I don't know how, but I do, all the way around. So you want to take a rag and go through that. I'm going to do that real quick, and then we'll go from there. Alright, so as you can see, I did clean that out a little bit. It's still a little bit dirty. I will have to get a new one of these because it's not flowing up there. There's a ridge, and I can see that it's not even there. It's not even there. It's not even there. I don't know if you can see all that, but let's see. Focus with this cheap phone. Yeah, it's just not, it doesn't flow the way it's supposed to. I see a lot of people that use a Dremel or something, and then they just smooth this out so it's continuous and there's no break in there, or there's no like lift. So, alright, I'm going to put in these other rollers here. Some people put grease in there. Oh, no, 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 no. These are supposed to be stock rollers. Look at that. Well, that sucks. But, let me see something else. Well, I had these other rollers thinking that they were going to fit, but they don't. So that sucks. So I have to put those back in. So these are much smaller, I guess. I didn't realize. Where's the new one at? So it's just a little bit off, but I mean, you can definitely see the difference. You can definitely see how much that is flat on that one. So we're SOL and have to put in the old rollers. Oh my gosh, so that's what you have to do your homework and measure these out, I guess, and not trust websites that you're getting the right thing. Yeah, so these would work in like a GY6, but they're not going to work in this one unless I decided to shave them down. Would I do that? By how much? So it looks like, zoom in. Yeah, I could probably take off that lip and the other lip. But if I do that, is it going to separate it? I don't know how. These are not Mr. Pulley. These are not Mr. Pulley roller weights. This might be. It looks brass. That's brass. That's metal. It's a lot lighter. That's like, these are 5 grams, I think. These are like 3 grams. So I have a choice to do. Let me see. I'm going to see something. I'll be right back. Okay. So what I did is, we know that these don't fit. So I went and I got this thing, and I'm just putting it on here and rubbing it back and forth like this to make sure, to see if I can make it fit. And it fits in there now, but not freely enough, so I need to go through and do this to all 5 of these things, or 6 of these rollers, excuse me. So I'm going to do that real quick. Alright, so what I did is I went ahead and sanded the sides on this sanding wheel, on both sides, on each one, and usually there's another 1, 2, 3 rollers that go in there. For the sake of the video, I'm only going to do these 3 rollers. When I did pull it out, I only had that one, and that one in there. I think those are 5-gram rollers though, 5 or 6. So I'm just going to do that for the sake of the video of getting it done. Please do the measurements. Make sure you do have the right ones. This is basically cheating it because you don't want to have like too light of rollers and you don't want to have too heavier rollers. I'm going to use 3 in there because I had 3 in there last time, and then I'll decide on my takeoff speed if I want to use the rest of the other rollers on here. So let me get this put back together, just like doing this. That is dirty as heck. Hang on a second, I'm going to clean that off. Yeah, that's pretty bad. Wrong thing here, I'm trying to zoom out. There we go. Alright, hang on. Alright, so I cleaned this out. I could use brake cleaner on here or starting fluid, whatever I want to use. I just chose to wipe it out with a rag temporarily. And then I just made sure these plastic pieces on here, these 3, were on there the correct way. There is a correct way to put those on. So we got that. Now we got to put on the back of this. That goes on there. That, and these are the screws that go on there. Oops. Magnetic? Nope. This is though. Always got to have something to pull out the screws in case you lose them. So many tools come into play in these scooters that you don't even realize it. I think I've got, I don't know, probably a good 100 into tools just to make it work. It doesn't look like it does it. Just want to get that started so I can screw it in there. Okay. Alright, I'm going to pause this while I screw them all in. Alright, so I got those screwed in. And now we can put this back on as soon as I find the box. Where did I put that? See how easy it is? I wish I had that ashtray thing I was telling you about. Right there. Right in front of the eyes. So that goes on there. There's a certain way that this goes on too. There's a certain way that this goes on. See how it's got a small lip in there, and this side's flat. So on mine, shoot, I got the bad attention here. Just put this on. I want to see. That doesn't go all the way in there because that's where the Variator is going to go, but I gotta think for a second here. So this would be flat. So the flat side goes down. Put this on. Usually want to keep fingerprints off of here. Any oils, any dirt, wipe those off. I'm doing this mainly just to get this video done. Alright, so we got that. I have a washer that I put on there. for now. Oops, wrong way. Or wrong part first. I gotta put on the belt. Right, that might help. Let's make sure I got that on all the way in there. Something tells me it's not. Hang on one second. Alright, so I had to figure out which way it went, and then once I did that, one of the rollers went out diagonal, so I had to reopen everything else, take off the back, and then I took this off to figure out why there's a lip on there, and the reason is because you can see the gears on there. Let me see if I can tap this and make it lighter and focus. Of course not. Anyways, there's gears right there, and having a lip on the inside goes over those gears. There, now that's flush. Okay, so now I can put the belt on. That goes like that. This goes on there like this. Then I have a washer that goes on there. And I can see what's happening here to the shaft, so I really should have waited to do this. But something's not right because it's not sitting on there. There we go. So I can see the teeth on there, but it's not totally on. It's like halfway off. So I want to see something here. Why this isn't flush. Oh, okay. Alright. Belt. Variator cover. There we go. Now it's on there. Then washer. Then this magical nut. No, that's not it. This one. But it's stripping my shaft thing out, so I'm going to end up having to rip it apart and putting in a new shaft. So I'm tightening this now, and they say spin it, tighten it, but see, this is opposite, so it doesn't work like it should. I'm gonna try to do this. Flip the socket. What size socket am I using? 7/8. Should be metric, so you don't strip the bolt out. And I'm just going to wedge that screwdriver in there. You can buy a special tool. I think they're 15-20 bucks, but because it's hard to find parts for this thing, I just chose to use the screwdriver. So let's see here. Screwdriver. Whoops, sorry folks. Really isn't working. You don't want to strip out these teeth neither. And you should have using a torque wrench. So that's on there now. This is all temporary. I think it's 18 feet for torque wrench. Now we're going to add the kickstand nut. Put that on, don't put it on backwards. Okay, that fits on there like that. Then you put a spring on. Then you put this thing on. And there's the C-clamp. Okay. So it's a little bit more difficult getting it back on with the camera and then sitting on a board because I'd burnt up my cardboard because I had a bonfire last night. So let's do this. Just slide that on there like that. That's how that goes. Now I gotta get the C-clip. Sorry, the camera's so close to it and all that. Very hard to do with the phone. course, I don't get the right leverage. I don't think. Fingers in the way. So let's do this. I know that that's on there. Where's my? Not over here. Wrong tools over here. Let me see if I can figure out some way to do this. I'm getting very uncomfortable sitting on a board. Always make sure you're working on this stuff. There we go. I'll just do it like this, and hopefully you guys can see this. So you got to hold that back, and then you got to put the C-clamp back on there. And I'm going to use, there's a lip on here, so I'm just going to try and press it down. And I got it. Okay. So that's on there. That's like that. I'm not going to put the cover back on. I'm going to start it up. And let's see here. Hold on. Too high. So I got a little bit of a dilemma. I gotta put that guy in the house, so it's hard to lock the back gate. 1 second. So we're gonna do a little speed test. Normally I can hit 40, 30, 37. So I'm gonna go to my natural spot. 1 second. All right, if you can see that car way down there, that's where the stop sign's at. And I just noticed the difference, because those rollers are still kind of tight in that spot, that my speed isn't picking up as fast as it was with the other 3 older rollers even. Alright, so we're at 0. Here we go. Make sure there's no traffic behind me coming my way. And it usually takes me about 45 seconds to get up to 30 miles an hour. And it's taking me longer. I can already feel that. So here we go. Oh shit. So those rollers, too light, but almost makes you pop a wheelie. Yeah, you can tell they're off. So it's like starting out in second gear. I don't even get it first gear. Yeah, it's making my RPM's too high right now. So, let's see here. Wait for this car to go. They're always trying to figure out what I'm doing. So I'm not going to run it like that hardcore, because I can hear that. Here it isn't right. Kind of like listening to a car. buddy? He likes to rut. Oh my god! Oh my god! Big dog! Big dog! Oh yeah, eat my arm, buddy. Hi, Carl. Yeah, you're big. Okay, down, buddy. So you can see it now. It's going. The belt is actually right on the bottom. But those rollers are too light. So I need to add the rest in there, and I need to get the right rollers in there. So I'm going to put the cover back on, but I just want to get this video out and done. So hopefully it helps you guys out. If you like it, please like it and then subscribe to my channel. I'll be doing more updates and doing them the right way. But I just wanted to hurry up and get this done because it's one of the videos I don't have. And then also I'll do another video on how to take the restrictor off of this as well. So that'll be my next video, and that's pretty easy. Alright, so thank you.